Hey there, thinkers. Welcome back to another episode of Critical Hit. My name is Est.
And my name is Penn. And today we're going to be talking about Jonathan Majors. And why are we talking about Jonathan Majors today?
We're going to be talking about Jonathan Majors today because tomorrow is August 3rd, and tomorrow is his court case.
Come on in.
It's his
all
court
the accusations.
date. Yeah, it's his court date about the accusations that happened a few months ago now. And so just to summarize before I get into the article, for those who may not have heard, Jonathan Majors got into a spat of trouble with the law a few months ago. He was dating a woman, and they went out to a club. They got into a taxi. Accusations about him hitting her, maybe stealing a phone, got into effect there. She ended up recanting those accusations, but the DA ended up pressing charges anyways. And so I always kind of felt like because the DA pressed charges anyways, there was a little bit more to it, even though she recanted. Some text messages, some video footage kind of came out. But anyways, we're going to break down the article and what it talks about. And we're going to say or discuss our opinion on whether or not this was done properly by everyone leading up to this, especially these agents, publicists, and Disney. So this is from We Got You Covered. We got this covered. And the article goes, Marvel letting Jonathan Majors edge back into the spotlight the week he goes to trial is a coincidence that could define the MCU's future. Phases 5 and 6 hang in the balance as the actor prepares to go to court.
You need to say that properly.
Every time. I'm going to mess it up every time.
I will correct you every time.
It's a good thing I have you here to cover me.
It's a good thing.
We got you covered.
Exactly.
So Marvel may have dipped its toes into the water by dropping the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium special on Disney Plus a couple weeks back, but without bothering to let anyone know. But a coincidental series of events has transformed this week into a massive one for both Jonathan Majors and his future as the franchise's incumbent big bad. So, yeah, he's supposed to be the big bad at Phase 5 and 6.
He is supposed to be the big bad, but, like,
he's the
he's
Thanos.
a little guy. I mean, like, he's not little, but he's not Thanos.
Wait a second. Okay, a lot of CGI Listen, Josh Brolin's a great actor, and he's not a small guy.
There was CGI in that movie?
But a lot of CGI happened to make him a big guy. I would actually argue that Jonathan Majors is just a big guy anyways, and they don't need to CGI his muscles on.
Well, no. Did you see Creed? Like,
I did, yeah.
There was muscles on top of muscles.
He's a very imposing person. Also, which led me to believe that maybe the accusations were not as always as true because...
Like, his hit would leave a mark?
Well, I wouldn't want to be in a cab with that guy if he's angry at me. I mean, I fear for anyone else that would be in there. So
He goes like this and he, like, throws you out the window.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, fair enough.
Do not speak when I am in the room.
But anyways, so Jonathan Majors obviously supposed to be the big bad going into this. And what I think is important here is everyone kind of dropped him.
Yeah.
Publicists dropped him. Agents dropped him. Tons of different productions you were talking about the other day dropped him.
Yeah, the MLB Texas Rangers baseball team, they dropped him. He was supposed to sponsor them for an ad campaign. And as well as there was the Man in My Basement. I don't know what that's about. But I think there's other things that he was canceled about too as well.
Yeah, and that's the court of public opinion coming in here. Just essentially destroying a guy based on accusations.
Yep.
So I did read the text messages that were supposed to clear his innocence. Maybe they weren't as clearing as they should have been. Maybe a little more damning.
Helped character assassinate his whole demeanor.
Well, I mean, just overall, I think this was handled pretty poorly by a lot of people dropping him. Now, no one wants bad publicity. But I think living in a civil society, we have a pretty strong standard. In fact, that standard is...
Have you seen Hollywood?
But okay, fine. But that standard is... innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, and I agree. And he should be allowed to go to trial to be able to get convicted or...
proven innocent.
Proven innocent.
This is wild.
Instead of being in the court of public opinion, which is like cancel culture. It's
Yeah, the public justice system.
It's atrocious. We should get rid of it. Please, anyone, if we know a path, a way forward, I would love to hear someone else tell me. So we can start that fight now. But as we go, so the trailer for Loki's second season did what the home video marketing campaign and Disney Plus synopsis for Quantumanium failed to do by acknowledging the fact the actor is still there and playing variants of Kang the Conqueror, which came right before the rumored working titles for Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. Potentially offered an insight into where the story could be headed. I've also heard them called Apple Pie 1 and Apple Pie 2, by the way. I'm just waiting for a Stifler's mom or Sean William Scott to come back into this for us.
Is that an American Pie joke?
It was not. Let it go.
Okay. But speaking of, like, how they released that trailer, wasn't it just like a week after? Like the week before?
It was just a few days ago. They released the trailer now. And I gotta imagine that's not just a coincidence. They want publicity. And good publicity for him coming out. And why would Disney as they're putting all their eggs in one basket, take that risk without maybe knowing something more than let's say we know as the public.
Yeah, fair enough. I do believe that as well, but I also think that any publicity is good publicity according to any sort of social media, Hollywood, anything that deals with the public.
I don't know. I think Ezra Miller really affected the Justice League and the Flash there.
I don't think he really affected it as much as like we lead on to it. Like people just don't care.
I absolutely think it affected the Flash. Now, do I think that's what destroyed it? No, I think it's one of many factors that ended up destroying it. But I definitely think a lot of people, didn't want to see it because of that. Now, I mean, the majority of people, no, they're not aware of what's going on in entertainment news all the time, and maybe they aren't not seeing it because of that. Maybe it's because James Gunn kind of destroyed that universe. Who knows? A whole multitude of factors, but I definitely think it affected it in a negative way, not a positive one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So Major's trial begins tomorrow when he appears in court, and if he's found guilty, he could end up being in prison for up to a year. That's the worst case scenario, but the question for what it all means for Marvel in the short and long term is a situation the studio could have never planned to find itself in. If he's found guilty, then he's done. His career is effectively over. No questions asked. Now, the other side of the coin, he's already been dropped by agents, representatives, brands, and projects on the back of initial allegations. And there's a lot of people out there who will struggle to reconcile with his return as the multiverse saga's end-of-level boss.
I honestly, because there's some people out there who will struggle with him like coming back to work, that's only your own personal infliction. If you cannot let an innocent man come back to work and be able to perform his job, and like, he's a great actor. I have no quarrels with him. He's fantastic. But just because you want him to be an enemy, that's not fair.
That's the court of public opinion. It's not fair that we've already judged a man before he ever goes to court.
Exactly.
So,
already scrutinized him.
As it says here, agents, representatives, brands, they all dropped him. But you know who didn't drop him, and I'm going to give him credit here, is Disney. I think they learned a lot from what happened with Johnny Depp. I really do. I think that they learned so much. They dropped Johnny Depp at the drop of a hat, a second Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm. Destroyed Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it destroyed the whole franchise. And from what I've seen, they're trying to get him back, and they can't do it. But I think they learned a valuable lesson there in that you really have to
stand behind your actors.
Yeah, you have to support them. You can't just go in an allegation. And to be fair, the court of public opinion destroyed Johnny Depp for a while. And now the court of public opinion is destroying Amber Heard. Because she was only ever found, I wouldn't say guilty. She was found to be at fault in the liable suit. She was never convicted of any criminal charges. Now, having said that, he had to go through a whole bunch more than she had to go through to get to that same effect.
Yes, but she's still an Aquaman.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, WB's in trouble, though, so...
Yeah.
They need all the money they can get. They can't reshoot at this point. But the big thing is, the court of public opinion killed Johnny Depp instantly. Mm-hmm. He had to go through courts. He had to jump through every hoop he could and really prove his innocence to get to the same point now just to prove that she was a liar. And that's crazy, the double standard, I would say, in that court of public opinion to get someone there. Now, I'm not saying don't believe all women. That's not where I'm going with this. I'm just saying that maybe as a civil society...
It's not guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, we wait until someone's proven guilty before we judge them. Because we do have a very civil way of doing things, and that is innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
And I like anyone that has it. Yeah, I like anyone that says, if you're going to say he's innocent, yeah, I'm with you. Maybe it's false accusations, but I'm with you because he hasn't been proven guilty. So absolutely. And I think in this one case, we can give Disney a little bit of credit.
Will not, ever.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe the DA wanted to make a name for himself. I mean, DAs are pretty high up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They wanted to tear this guy down completely. Like, he's a big guy. He is scary-ish. He's threatening. But I just mean that if they want to destroy him and make a name for himself or the DA, that's a really big ticket item.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say, like I said, I'm going to reserve my judgment for tomorrow, of course.
That's my speculation.
Like everyone else should. But DAs are pretty high up there, but maybe it's not above anyone. He was just getting started. Maybe the guy wanted to make a name for himself. That's pure speculation on our part. But anyways, to finish off this article real quick, if he ends up being dropped by Marvel anyways, then Phase 5 and 6 have a dark cloud hanging over them. When Majors is available to watch at the push of a button on Disney+, never mind the fact it was established in canon that every single Kang variant looks like him. Of course, a string of superhero blockbusters is the least important aspect of the trial, but the after effects will be fascinating nonetheless.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird too. I heard about that, how every single Kang variant was all the same Kang.
Well, that was in Ant-Man 3 they did that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they showed it. But anyways, so obviously more's on the line than just MCU here. We're talking in the context of MCU. I really hope the guy's innocent. Yeah, fair enough. I really hope the guy's innocent. And I don't just say that because I hope he's still Kang, because I really hope that he didn't actually hit anyone, that no one got hurt in this, and that woman is completely fine going out of it.
Yep.
And in the end, I just hope no violent crime occurred. So I hope this all comes to light tomorrow, and I hope we find out that Disney actually stood behind someone in the right way.
Exactly. I feel the same way, and I hope that he stays on.
But everyone else was wrong. Let's
Yes,
put that out.
everyone else is wrong. I'm
Yeah.
holding it for the Gator Krong. Or...
There you go. But,
Kang.
yeah, you got anything else?
No, I've got nothing else to say.
Well, then, if you got nothing else, that's all I had. So thank you guys very much for joining us today. If you guys agree with us, let us know. If you don't agree with us, that could be
Ooh,
more interesting.
Yes, let us know. If you don't agree with us, if you think that he's guilty, I will debate you.
Well, you know what? We don't even need to debate. Let's just wait for tomorrow, and we'll see
fine.
what happens. But
Fine.
at very least, if you disagree with our opinion, let us know. And that's all I got, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
See you guys in the next video. Doodles!
Bye, guys.